2025 almost finished. Here we are, December. We're going to talk about College-Glen real estate. Hello, welcome to my video talking about College-Glen real estate. I have been working in College-Glen neighborhood specifically for over 15 years, been selling real estate for over 20 years now. Love living and working in College-Glen in Sacramento. And this is a monthly update. I do talking about College-Glen real estate all the time here. So we're going to look at what closed in November and then talk about the market moving forward in the end of 25 and beginning of 26. All right, College-Glen, we had 5 properties close escrow. That's a little bit up from October, and we only had 2. It's been a little bit of slim pickings on closings in the neighborhood for a while, so I'd say a pretty solid month there. Also starting to see some more pendings coming through that will eventually move to closings. Also, you can see a smaller property there on Moss-Glen closing for $485, but then really the meat of our market in the neighborhood right now is $535 up to $585. We're right in that mid 500,000 range for most of the average size, average condition properties. Obviously, as you get to a little bit larger and a little bit higher end and nicer condition, like the one on Hastings Court there, that closed for $585. That was a nice property. So you can see the mixture of the properties that sold in the month of November. So moving forward, there's a number of pendings going on right now. It's kind of the same thing, broken record. I've been talking about this for a while. The ones that are priced really well and they show really good and they got great photos and good marketing, those are the ones that are selling. Not just in College-Glen, but all over Sacramento as well too. If you're a seller and you truly want to sell your property, you need to follow that criteria. As you can see in some of those properties that I showed you, they started at a very high list price. They sat on the market for a very long time. They eventually lowered their price, and then they eventually sold it for much less. Had they started at the right place at the right time, when they came on the market, they probably would have had much better success, sold for probably a bit more money, and not have been sitting on the market for 1, 2, 3, 4 months. There are buyers out there. There are active buyers. They do want to buy properties, but they really have to be enticed right now. It's got to be priced right. It has to show well, and it's got to have good marketing, okay? So that's from the seller side. Buyers, be ready. If something pops and comes up, be ready to compete. Some of these houses are getting 2 or 3 offers on them. Some of them are selling at or a little bit above the list price. If it meets all that criteria, be ready to step up. But the buyers that are also having good success right now are the ones that are willing to look at the ones that have been sitting on the market for a while. There's a lot of sellers out there right now that they're thinking in their head, I'm willing to take less money. I'm willing to negotiate lower than where I'm listed at, but I don't want to lower my price. So if a buyer would just write me an offer, I will negotiate with them, and sell the house for less than what it's listed for. So buyers, you got to get out of this mindset of thinking, well, if they lower the price, then maybe. Don't wait for that. You're waiting for now a bunch of other buyers to also be interested in that house again, okay? So circle back to the ones that have been sitting on the market for a while, and if you like them, let's work together and let's negotiate a proper price for those houses. Those are the buyers that are having success right now too. Do not just sit and wait for them to lower it. Write an offer and negotiate. If it's overpriced and it's been on the market for a long time, that seller knows they're gonna need to negotiate, okay? So moving forward, I'm thinking the neighborhood is gonna be feeling a lot more like 2019, where we had kind of a normal cycle to real estate. Buyers kind of come out right at the beginning of the year. They're like, where's all the houses? What's going on? They fight over the couple that are there. Then some sellers come on early. They have good success. And then a bit more sellers come on, and then a bit more. And then we head into kind of a traditional spring selling market. I think that's what we're going to have. I think kind of the weirdness of the last 2, 3, 4 years of COVID residue and everything, I think that's behind us. I think we are headed more towards a traditional market in College-Glen as well as the Sacramento region as a whole. Keep an eye on interest rates. They are in the low sixes right now. Roughly this video, they're around 6.3. Gosh, if we could get close to 6 or even start with a 5.9 something, that's really going to get some momentum moving in the market, okay? So feel free to connect with me if you're looking to either buy and become a neighbor of mine, or if you need to sell the house. I have done the most transactions of any real estate agent in all of 95826, dating back 15 years. Would love to help you out. Work on the strategy that will get your home sold for the most amount of money in the best amount of time for you. All right. My website, collegeglenrealestate.com. Look forward to talking to you soon, and clear skies.